KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
I'm in a good mood. It is Friday, and we have a lot of things going on.
Well, Monday at this time, we're going to be officially starting the window for Megan Thee Stallion tickets. On Monday, it's Megan Monday, 7 to 7, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. When we tell you to call in, you're going to score tickets to her Houston show, which is the last on her tour stop. So that is Friday night, June 14th. So we'll give you tickets for that, and we'll make you a finalist for a fabulous VIP experience that starts on Monday with Megan Monday. And Special K, what do you have going on?
I've got to say thank you to Benihana right next door here in West Chase for hosting the Texas Children's Hospital auction winners who are going to kick it with me and let me do hibachi-style cooking for them.
Have you been
When
practicing?
do you do it?
I'm going to go practice 2 hours beforehand. They're
okay.
going to teach
Do you
me
think you can do the
Choo-choo?
smoking onion volcano?
And the
Shut up!
egg roll
Is
is
it
spitting the egg.
Throw the shrimp, the chicken pieces in their mouths.
Get somebody in the
Oh, I
eye.
don't think so.
I'm going to
In your hat.
catapult shrimp into folks' mouths, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Benihana, for letting us have this experience.
When are you doing it?
104 point.
When are we doing it?
Yeah, when?
I'm afraid to tell people
I'm
because
just
then
saying,
they're
when
going to
do
all
you-
come
Okay.
and
Yeah.
stand around me and look at me
Well, I didn't
and
know if it was
judge
this
me.
weekend or like you're doing it next week,
I'm
but it's
doing
coming
it this
up.
weekend.
Oh,
This weekend. Definitely
okay.
doing it this weekend.
So,
At a
1 p.m.
mysterious
today.
It's probably not Sunday.
1 p.m. today.
You going to have your chef's hat on?
11 a.m. on Friday. Okay, sorry. Now let's go.
104.1 KRBE.
If you know the 3-digit extension of the...
All right, let's hit it. Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
All right, what's this one all about,
Wait, first
Kevin?
let's tell people how to get in touch with you, Special K.
Oh, you know what?
KRBE.com/prank call request.
Yeah, this is a telemarketer turnaround. Someone loaded in the wrong stager, but that's okay. I ain't mad at them.
Someone,
Yeah.
meaning Sam. I mean, there's not many choices there.
No.
Spam calls, he answers them all.
Scammy scam.
May I beg your pardon? What do you mean by scammy scam?
It's Special K's Telemarketer Turnaround.
So you a beautiful boy.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Everybody told me that.
On the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE.
Okay, I'll try that again.
What, Sam?
You didn't say it was a telemarketer turnaround, Kevin.
That was not very compassionate. You didn't even ask.
Yeah, no compassion. We found that out, Sam.
This is where
cold.
Kevin's phone rings, and he is delighted to see that it is one of those robocaller numbers that all of the rest of us eye roll and ignore. He gets to his third-party recording on his phone and lets it fly.
Today, they're trying to sell me on getting in with the Affordable Care Act. I don't know how or why, but I'll tell you what, there's a parental guidance on this one.
Uh-oh.
Earmuffs.
So that
So-
means he barely bleeps bad words, moms and dads.
Hey,
There's
you might have
no
forgot.
bad words. No bad words.
Innuendos?
Just innuendo.
Yes. Eloise does not curse
Okay. All right.
very
well,
often.
Note, note the
It's
content.
like Blanche today.
All right, here we
Like
go.
Devereaux.
This is what happened when I got patched through because I agreed to the prompts.
Hi, this is Steven calling you from Affordable Care Act. How are you doing today so far?
Hello, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Well, we are here to get you qualified for free health insurance and government subsidies through Affordable Care Act. Do you have Medicare, Medicaid, or any kind of health insurance right now?
No, but I have a cat.
How old are you?
64.
How much is your annual income? Is it less than $35,000?
Well, I make $63 a day on my Instagram and $33 a day on my OnlyFans. So if you do the math, I think I'm almost making $100 a day.
Okay, you make, what do you think? It's less than $35,000 in a year, your annual income?
Oh, goodness gracious, yes. I'm poor. That's why I got to sell my kitty on the Instagram.
What do you do on Instagram?
Well, I influence folks in one way or another. You know, if they're more interested in seeing a little bit of leg or a cleaning technique, I show people how to clean things, cobwebs. They can clean the cobwebs out. You know, it's a big thing with folks my age. You got to clean out the cobwebs.
Okay.
Do you have any cobwebs going on? I could help you get them
No,
out.
I don't. What's your Instagram? I can look. I follow you on Instagram.
Thank you. It's Prettikitti64.
Pretty?
Pretti. I think it's more sexy when you use the word I. I'm sorry. I'm being inappropriate.
Okay.
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
No problem. Prettitty.
Kitti, like TTI.
Yes.
You know, like your TTs. And 64 because I'm 64 years young. You won't see a wrinkle.
Prettitty 64. What's your Instagram?
Yes, sir. 6497584.
What's your Instagram? Please hurry up. I don't have enough time.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. We probably don't have time for all that. My days are numbered.
What's your Instagram?
Oh, God.
I'm on Instagram.
Okay. You'll send me a friend request. Would you do that?
Yes, I'm trying to do that. Prettitty.
Sir, I'm looking for you right now. Don't rush me. I'm still watching Price is Right. I haven't gotten off the couch yet to start taking pictures yet. I'll send you one, sir. I'll send you one in just a moment if you give me a chance.
I said I didn't know what's your Instagram. What's your Instagram?
Oh, I thought you got bored of me that quick. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so
Okay, have a good day.
Okay, I
Goodbye.
love you so much. Okay, I love you.
Goodbye.
No, you hang up first. I didn't want to. I didn't want to be rude, and you're being so sweet, and I was going to send you a picture.
He really wanted to see your
How
Instagram.
do you not laugh during
You
that?
should have got signed up for that.
My
Pretty
gosh.
Kitty. 64.
Yeah, you should have locked that down. That
I know.
Instagram.
Well, how can he do it that
Send
quickly
pictures
while
of
he's...
cats.
Well, it wasn't.
It's just
he
pictures
recorded
of
it.
cats.
He could have done it 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And just put cats on there.
The fact that guy's like, what is it? I need to follow you right now. What is it? Let me
He
see
really
it.
wanted to see what
He
you
wanted
had.
to throw some ads at you through your Insta.
He wanted to confirm that I have income, I guess.
Yes, 100. Well, you make about $33. That maybe $100.
$100 a day.
$100 a day.
Oh wow.
Say, let's do the math on that.
Well,
was that $500?
well, it's $100
Before
a
tax.
day
365.
times 365 days. So
Well, you don't work every day.
$36,500. So yes, you do make more than $35,000 a year.
Least have
Elvis
weekends
Pennybaker. And that was some quick math.
I work in my own leisure.
My own leisure. Wait, that's not 36,500. Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
But she's not
It's
going to work.
365,000.
She's not going to work
Right.
7
Wait a
times.
second. Let's get the calculator.
That's
Seven times plus taxes.
No, if you're Instagram, you're working 7 days a week, 365.
She's
That's what
older,
you're
though.
doing. All right, so Eloise takes it down to about,
Only so many kitty pictures you can take.
a lot of cats
Change
around
it up.
here. I don't have
Make a
cats,
hit
by the
doing
way, but there is a cat Instagram reel that has hit my algorithm, and it is where, you know that really silly little hand, you may have seen it like in places like little toy stores where it's just a little fleshy hand, just a little stupid hand. You go on the tops of pencils or something. Have you seen this? Maybe
No.
your daughters have seen it before. It's like a kid thing. It's like a little hand, and
Yeah.
it goes on top of a pencil. And somebody has put this thing on their cat's paw. So the cat looks like it's holding up its hand.
Oh, God.
And it looks so ridiculous. And I
You
go,
gotta show me
why does
this.
this keep hitting my Instagram? I have a dog, not a cat.
I'm getting that guy that all of a sudden Roula sent me a video of this guy. He teaches you how to cook, and he just yells at you. Hey, stupid!
and he
Hey,
cusses at
blank
you.
you. If you do this,
my.
if you put pepper and something on your steak when you're cooking it,
Blank off.
blank off.
You're a
you
blanking
stupid.
idiot.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
really?
idiot.
Yeah. I'm gonna send that to you, Kevin.
Like,
Because he goes,
how's this stuff go
here's
viral?
how to make a steak sandwich. Blank off. And it's like, if you don't slice it right, yeah. Oh, well, how come you're not slice? No, blank you.
Yeah,
Or like,
rude.
He's like always
He's
screaming.
trying to be Gordon Ramsay type esque.
Oh.
It's real quick Instagram. I don't know how that one popped up either.
He does good little recipes to learn, but he's very mean.
If we could do a whole segment, Eric, on what's the random thing coming up on your Instagram? Because yesterday Eric showed me the
Let's
real
see.
portly gentleman who's a ballroom dancer apparently and does in spontaneous dances.
It's like improv dancing. These group of professional dancers all sit there. They stand up. They go, "Hey, Bob and Cheryl, stand up," and then they just play a song and they have to dance to it.
Yeah, so it's like Shivers Ed Sheeran, and all of a sudden they're doing like some
This
salsa
guy's like
merengue to it.
6'4",
But he's a larger dude.
maybe 350, 360.
For sure. For
Look at this.
sure.
This is
He's
the one I'm
good.
getting. I get nothing but like fat dogs.
Oh, that's corgis because Kevin said in here
Yeah, corgis
yesterday, anything
yesterday.
bred with a corgi is cute.
Yeah, I got corgi stuff
anything you
yesterday.
breed with a corgi looks like
all I
that
keep
dog,
getting.
but in corgi body.
Yeah, I keep getting corgi. I got corgi stuff yesterday. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Now you're going to find Prettikitti up on there and get yourself a free waxing. That's what it is. I just looked it up.
Is it really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Prettikitti is
With
mostly
an eye?
waxing
But with
places.
eyes or just wise?
Their eyes.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that is excellent.
At
So
Pretty_Kitty.
if you just tuned in, Special K just took a telemarketer for a ride with his fake Instagram, which actually is somebody's real Instagram for waxing. We didn't know that.
Oh, it's also a product.
Okay.
I'm not going to say what product it is, but
I think we can figure it out.
So, usually I'd say go to krve.com/prank call request to get a prank going with someone you know. You can still do that, but a lot of times it's pretty excellent when the call comes to him and he can keep on with his characters like Eloise Pennybaker. By the way, the texter said, Roula, I saw that last night and it is gold. And the cat with the human hand.
I gotta see this.
Just sitting
I'm
there.
sure it'll pop up.
And then they put like little sticks in the hand that make it look like a cat smoking. And the cat's just staring at them.
You see the one with the dog? He's like, his hair's all puffed up. He's got a 70s suit on.
Yeah,
And
they dress him up.
sunglasses. It looks
I have
like
not
he's,
seen that one.
You got a martini in his hand or something.
Yeah, they put like pants in a suit, so they have them walking.
Poor
you just
dog's like, what the hell?
frontwards
Yeah, what are you
on, and they
doing to
look
me?
like they're in a leisure suit.
That's craziness. Okay, coming up next, let's hear from you guys about unbelievable but true stories. We haven't done it in a bit, and it's been a
I don't think we've
minute.
done it in like 2 months in the 7 o'clock hour.
Yeah, for the 7 o'clockers for a while, we had a bit of a drought with
So
their
that's the
unbelievable but
question.
true stories
Can
from
you-
Believe It or Not.
Can you 7 o'clockers bring it this
You're on
morning?
double secret probation. You didn't even know it.
Double secret probation. All right, here's our number, 713-390-KRBE. The point of this next part of the Roula and Ryan show is for you to call us and tell us a story that sounds so unbelievable. People don't believe you when you say it, but it's true. Or it's one of those like, no way. And it can have happen to you or someone you know. We'll talk to you next on the Roula and Ryan show.
believe it or not, the stories are true. Don't even let anyone try to book you. Either you could be dead, nearly chopped off your head. Roula Ryan Show. Believe it or not, Sam's bringing her dog to lunch.
Shocker.
Better be dog friendly. Better have something for her to drink out of.
Yeah, you can bring your dog.
Are you bringing your dog today?
To Drift?
course, Drift Bar. It's dog friendly. We'll be out there, Eric and I, from 4 to 6, hanging out
Watching
with KRBE,
basketball.
watching basketball. 50 different TVs, lots of beer, even drink specials. Like hello.
And her
on,
dog
Alice.
will be there.
Of
for
course,
sure.
Misty has to come. It's
Craft
dog
beer
friendly.
bowl.
Yeah,
Craft beer
UH
dog
is
bowl.
playing. I know A&M's. They got a game tonight too. I know Texas won yesterday.
There's a lot
Okay.
going
Texas
on.
Tech went down.
Ooh.
Did not make it.
Did they already?
I think
Ouch.
Baylor plays today as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you could have a beer with one or both of these two people at Drift Bar today, 4 to 6.
And
the
everybody
dog.
else.
You can pet
They
Misty
came
and
up and they see me.
pet us.
They're like, wait,
They're
I
like-
was here for Eric.
They're all there for Misty.
And they're here for Misty. You're going to get people who are going to say, I
Absolutely.
came here just to see your dog.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Come
that
have
is today,
fun.
Drift Bar in the Heights. Now, believe it or not, is where we give you the spotlight for a story that sounds unbelievable, but it's true, or it's one of those, that's crazy. 713-390-KRBE. I'm going to take a 30-second personal and make it about my friend, because yesterday I had lunch with my friend, Christina, and she took me out for my birthday, and we were just chatting about different stuff. And I go, oh my gosh, what? That's not something people randomly can say without, that's just a funny thing to hear. She told me a story that she is connected to Madonna. Madonna.
She'll be here next week.
Madonna's
how
here
is
next
this?
Thursday and Friday, and Christina's on the phone to tell us about it. Hi, Christina.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Christina has listened to our show for a long time since, she knows me, right? Because we're personal friends, but it's kind of funny that I've never really
Yeah,
had
like,
my
how did
friends
this
on
not
before.
come up in a conversation?
But how do you bring it up though? Like, hey, have you ever dated a celebrity? Know somebody?
No, and we were even talking about that. That's what makes it so crazy, right? Because how did this even come up yesterday, Christina? Were you talking about Madonna coming to town?
Exactly. We were talking about Madonna. You're like, Madonna's coming in.
Next weekend, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So tell us your story, Christina.
Okay, so my dad dated Madonna in 8th grade.
What?
Funny. Such a funny
They both moved from-
sentence. My dad dated Madonna in 8th grade.
I hope she was in 8th grade
So
too.
she could have been my mother.
Yeah,
So
true.
they both lived in Detroit before that, and in 8th grade they both went to the same school. They moved from Detroit to Rochester Hills in Michigan. And actually, the story how it actually goes is she came up to him, she kissed him on the lips, she said, "Hey, we're gonna go to the homecoming dance together," and he's like, "You bet." And so
Oh, it's horrible.
we went to the homecoming dance. She was a lot taller than him, so she had to wear lifts in her shoes. He wore lifts in his shoes, which were blue suede shoes.
Oh,
And
did they ever see each
won
other
the dance.
later on as they got older, or
No, they've never. Well, they went to high school together after 8th grade, so they were always friends until he started dating my mom. Then they ended up. My mom has a story about Madonna too, but they ended up not being friends anymore.
Oh wow.
Oh, man. So Madonna walks up to your dad, kisses on the lips, and says, "You're taking me to the homecoming dance."
Yep.
They go to the dance. Your dad's wearing blue suede shoes, and they win there was a dance competition, like in the movie Grease.
Yes, just like Grease. He always says that. It's just like Grease. And they won an album, which was Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water, if anybody knows that.
And what'd you say yesterday about Madonna's dancing compared to your dad's?
Yeah, so basically he always jokes and says he just stood on her feet the whole time.
That's
she
cute.
did all the moves?
So they went to high school together. And, and the famous picture that we always see when they do like pictures of celebrities in high school, there's always a cheerleader picture of Madonna that you guys have probably seen. And Christina was telling me yesterday, like, oh yeah, it's so weird that's like a real picture.
Oh yeah, she would definitely remember your
Yeah, like
dad.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that in the yearbook. Yeah. Oh, and in the 90s, her best friend was on Geraldo Rivera, and she read a letter from Madonna on that show, and the letter is talking about my dad. So.
Oh wow,
That's funny.
That is so funny.
Those are core memories. So
for
sure.
sure.
Madonna's never going to forget that.
Yeah, that's what I told Christina yesterday. I said 8th grade romance is not one that you forget in your life. So Madonna definitely still remembers your father.
That's cool.
Christina, thanks for calling the show, girl. Now, how do you feel now that it's
You're welcome.
you've been on the Roula and Ryan show now? Isn't that weird for you?
Yeah, it's official.
It's official. Okay, love you. I'll talk to you later. Okay,
All right, bye.
Bye.
Crazy.
Funny.
Your mom could have been Madonna.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? All right, let's
Sounds
go
like
to
the mom took him away from Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they were not friends.
That's what I'm saying.
Madonna. Okay, so Margarita's up next. It's Believe It or Not. It's 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Margarita.
Good morning, Roula and Ryan show. How are y'all this morning?
Great.
What's up? What's up? It's Friday.
Share with us. What's your story?
So my story is 8 years ago, I won pizza vouchers and was in the running for Super Bowl weekend package.
Wait, where did you win the
with
pizza
top-
vouchers from? The pizza vouchers came from where?
104 KRBE, Papa
Oh,
John.
nice.
Papa John's.
Okay.
Yeah.
8 years ago, you won pizza vouchers.
Yes.
And then,
And then I was in the running for the Super Bowl package and was top 2. Friday, I'm in the library where I work at the high school, Neville High School, go Blue Jays, and got the phone call from y'all, and I won the weekend package, packed up, left that Thursday, and my son and I went to Minnesota.
Oh wow.
Who was playing that
JT,
year?
Justin Timberlake was the halftime.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Well,
Who were
yes,
the teams
yes.
in Minnesota? I can't remember who the
It
teams
was, yes, it was the Patriots and the Eagles, and the Eagles won that year, yes.
Oh, right. Because I remember the Vikings, Case Keenum from U of H.
Correct,
Cougs.
right.
He was a Minnesota
right.
Viking, and Minnesota was hosting, and they lost the NFC
So-
Championship.
Because they had a chance. They did.
Correct.
Did they
Yeah.
beat Green Bay or something last second or something?
Oh,
or
man.
New Orleans or something. I think New Orleans.
Oh, wow. That's fun. So
Yeah.
you
That's
had.
pretty cool. You actually won.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
So I won, so now, like, the conversation, guess what? Guess where I went? Super Bowl. And they were like, what? And I'm like, yeah, no, can't afford it. Would never be able to afford it, but did get to go. And
It's
it was
totally
so much
free.
fun.
It's still my bucket list.
That's
I still
awesome.
want to
Totally
go.
free.
Yeah,
at
I've
least
never
once.
been.
Even though it's been here twice and I didn't go.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
and
That's
that-
unlike you.
And where are you going to say, Margarita?
Right. So, I'm sorry. No, it was a great weekend. Super cold. Never been there, but would visit there. Not Super Bowl. Can't afford that. But would go to Minnesota again.
You would do it again.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Well, Margarita, thank you very much. I thought you had just won some random pizza that somehow.
No.
Well,
I was like,
it is, believe it or not.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I went to pizza, and then I went to Super Bowl.
I was like, how is Ahmad telling me that the Super Bowl is connected to her pizza? But actually, she won the Papa John's prize, which is great.
Well, I think better is if the game was like in Miami or.
Yeah,
somewhere
Minnesota's so
warm.
cold.
Of all the places to pick, Minnesota, that's because they had the new stadium.
You know, for a lot of people, they do have bucket list items, like you said, like to make it to the NBA Finals, to make it to the World Series, to make it to the Super Bowl, to go to March Madness, to Final Four, NCAA Final Four, all those little sports checklists. I haven't, or like the Masters for golf.
If I didn't have
US
fair
Open for
crowds, I'd
tennis
probably
or
go to more,
Wimbledon.
like because I could have gone to all those anything at NRG. I've been invited to go to the basketball. I went once, but never to the final game. Plus, we work on a Monday night.
Yeah, and my thing
Monday,
is
Tuesdays are tough.
I didn't have like an allegiance to any of the teams. And in our world, it's like, well, what time is that going to be over for us to get home and sleep and wake up the next day for work?
It's like the championship for football. It's like, I don't want to stay up. It's a Monday night.
I just don't know why. Why can we not have the Monday after Super Bowl off? Make that a national holiday. You know,
if I was a politician, I'd do that. I'd probably win.
Yes. Because, I mean, think about it. You'd sell even more stuff on Sunday. You know, it'd boost the economy.
But they want people to talk about it. Maybe not, because they want those commercials to have people talk about them on Monday.
Then they can talk about it.
And if you skip it,
or just move it to Saturday. Why does it have to be Super Bowl Sunday?
Because Monday, people will go to work and they talk about the game and the commercials.
Back to back.
Coffee talk.
Yeah, but more people are working from home.
I feel like the rules should be
still a lot of people
Super
work.
Bowl
No, I know.
host city should have the day off the next day, because when we hosted the Super Bowl twice, that was the most exhausted I've ever been socially in my life. I was exhausted because I feel like there's a lot to do and there's too many people in your way. I don't know, maybe just from
National Unwrecked Day.
Traffic.
It is, because think of how many people worked so hard that weekend from whatever your job was in hospitality or drivers or servers or whatever it is. Let's go to Elizabeth. It's, believe it or not, 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Elizabeth. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. What's
Share with us your unbelievable but true story.
Okay, so I was pregnant with my 5th child, and we didn't know it was a boy or girl, and I was having a home birth. I've had 3 successful home births, so I was, we did it again, and he ended up getting stuck. So his head was out, and he was losing oxygen. He was probably stuck for about 8 to 10 minutes. Ambulance came. They said that we went to the hospital. They said he had severe, brain damage. They just didn't know how severe it was going to be. They airlifted him to the medical center. He was in a cold bed. He was John Doe for a week. We didn't know what to name him. And Friday came. They did all the testing. They did the MRI, and thank God he had no brain damage, nothing wrong with him. He came out perfectly fine.
What?
Oh, my God.
So you're telling me for a week they're telling you have a brain damaged baby, and then all of a sudden it's nothing? It's just like, oh, he's totally normal. Everything's fine.
Nothing. Totally, perfectly fine. He's 5 months right now. He's met his milestones, every single one of them. We ended up naming him Lazarus, like the Bible, Jesus' friend, and it felt so fitting, because we didn't know what to name him, and my husband, he told me the story. I was like, that's his name. So we ended up naming him Lazarus.
Has it changed your,
perfectly normal.
Wait, I'm sorry, you named him Lazarus? Is that what
Yes,
you said?
Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Yeah.
Has it changed your view as far as having home births?
Well, I'm not going to have any more kids.
No, but I mean, if you
tops.
had to do it over again, because not having a doctor there, you run the risk of losing your child.
Yes, it was very scary, but I felt like my midwife did everything she could, and she took everything she because we have it in video, everything that I haven't watched it to traumatize about it, but he was 11 pounds 12 ounces. So
11 pounds.
No wonder he got stuck.
Baby.
Yeah.
Good Lord. That's why he got stuck.
That's right. So he's a big boy. So it was a lot of things that it didn't make sense. I was so small, my stomach was so small, and it just didn't make sense. But
so you didn't know he was going to be that big. So again, if you're just tuning in, she said that she had 3 successful home births. So why wouldn't she go for another one?
And this is what you wanted, so you went
if that's
your
what
decision.
But during that week when your baby was, you didn't know what was happening, were you thinking what was I thinking? I should have had a hospital birth, or did you just say that's how it is? Because I'd be going through so many emotions.
Yeah, it was a lot. I blame myself. I should have been in a hospital, but the nurses were like, it could have happened here too. It's something that is just it's out of our control. So that kind of made me feel better, but it's still it was scary because when I didn't even know. I just knew he was a boy. I hadn't seen him. They just took him. And when they came in, they told me how much he weighed. I was like, oh, my God, well, that's why. So it was one of his shoulders that was stuck.
Yeah.
And for those who's tuning in, her child was born brain damaged because he got stuck for a week, and then all of a sudden, just nothing. Just nothing. They told you that,
They're
he's
hoping
fine.
there'd be no brain damage.
But you said that that was the thing. He was ICU. He was all that, right? They thought there was brain damage. Isn't that the whole point in the first
Well, if
week?
you lose oxygen, you're gonna.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then at what point
they-
did they see the turning point? Like, well, he's actually responding very well with his vitals. I think he's okay. It's such an extreme to say your baby has brain damage to,
The
maybe
5 months
we're
later,
wrong.
everything's good.
No,
It's-
1 week later.
I mean, now.
Oh, yeah, now he's all
You
good.
still worry. Or
Yeah, totally crazy story. Well, I'm glad he's safe. I'm glad you're safe, Elizabeth. And
That's a
all the people who like to make
miracle.
comments in their troll section can go to the left
Yep.
and the right and up and down.
Glad you're healthy.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Have a great day. We appreciate you listening.
Thank
Take care.
you. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Leave us your unbelievable true stories at 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your
By the way,
phone.
and my mom's mom died on the birthing table when she was born. So in the hospital. So, like I said, it can happen.
Listen,
in the
even
hospital, too.
I mean,
people don't realize
to
how
each their own, but-
dangerous it is to have a baby. Like people do
Yeah,
not.
it's a
People
miracle.
discount pregnant women all the time. Like, oh, you're pregnant. She's running a marathon 24/7. You're building bones and brains.
Yep.
And people just like, well, what do you mean you can't do your 12-hour shift? Well, I'm going to do it because I have to work and make a paycheck. But also, I might need to sit down a couple times.
You also have, think about it. You have all the medical advancements. My daughter went to the ICU immediately. She would have died had we done this at home.
Yeah, I'm just saying with all the advancements we've made, why would you not give your unborn child all the benefits that this world has available to it?
Again, though, if it was her first time, Kev, I would say like, yeah, people get real
you
judgy
done
pants.
three
but
of them?
she'd
You're
had
like, oh.
3 successful ones.
And I know that
And it's
this
not my flavor,
can
but-
happen in a hospital too, but it's like then your resources are immediate
Limited.
rather than on
Right.
down the road.
Like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
mom didn't. With that
Limited in
size
the
your
house.
head there.
Oh,
Oh, man.
God, I know. I have the biggest head in the studio. and God, my ears are going to outsize my head.
Maybe pulling on the ears.
Okay, coming up next, there is a celebrity wedding that is going to happen. And there has been so much talk about this celebrity wedding. I just hope it's not getting jinxed. We'll talk about this in Scoop next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
From Hollywood to H-Town
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
on KRVE.
Okay, I want to remind you guys between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on Monday, it's Megan Monday. Megan Thee Stallion announced her tour, and the last stop is Friday, June 14th here in Houston. So we've got tickets for her show from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Monday. When we tell you to call in and win those tickets, you will also become a finalist for the VIP experience at the Houston show. And today, between 9 and 5, we've got your chance to see Justin Timberlake. When he comes to Houston, December 4th, you win those tickets when he tells you to call in, and you're a finalist to fly away to Miami and see him on June 15th, which is a Saturday.
We have so many things planned the next month. Now between now and the next 6 weeks. Just wait for it. Lots of fun stuff you're going to hear on the show.
Megan the Trainer, Megan the Stallion. We have tickets for both.
Megan the
Trainer.
I've almost said it 3 times, but
Did you ever see if there's a mashup for that, Kev? I always wonder if there's a.
Oh, I'll find it.
That's got to be a weird mashup.
All about that bass.
I think he's got mashed potatoes in his mouth right now.
No, this is-
Yogurt bowl.
Yogurt bowl.
Yogurt
You know, you like
bowl.
secondhand smoke. That's bad for you. I wonder if I get secondhand that waft of that
100%.
that sour.
100%.
Because you don't eat sweetened yogurt. It's
Kev
like
eats the
tart plain
grossest
yogurt with
I know.
granola.
Rula, you told me the yogurt to get, and I get 5%
delicious.
every single time.
Do you really? But I usually put some honey or something.
I think we're
put
getting
just-
5%.
Yes, I put
But
jelly
honey-
on it. I put blueberry jelly up in there, but just a smidge to make
the
it
smell.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is
very
so
tart.
gross. I'm so glad I can't smell it right
It is very tart.
because it needs sweetness. You're right.
Yeah, it does. It's way too tart.
But the
Friday is the best.
sweetened ones are too sweet. That's too much sugar. So I like to put in my own sugar.
Got it. Got it.
Let Sam put her finger in it.
Don't.
Be all sweet.
So let me tell you, there are celebrity weddings that people look forward to, and they are very well known. I mean, I'll tell you my early baby days of being morning radio person when Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were getting married, and I just got into the morning radio game. I did not realize how much legitimacy there was to their wedding day. And I remember the weekend before they got married, I was on the show that I worked on in Philly, and I was like, well, I guess apparently Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston are supposed to be getting married this weekend, but I don't even know if that's true because there's always so many
I
things.
still remember the tent and the
tent.
helicopter over.
Try and keep the helicopters out. So when there's a celebrity wedding coming, people know it's happening. And this couple may not be the most famous, like a Brad Jen level, but they talk about this wedding all the time in entertainment, I feel like, even if we don't in the scoop. It's Millie Bobby Brown marrying John Bon Jovi's son, Jake. You've heard that they're getting married, right?
She's really
Millie
young.
Bobby Brown from Stranger Things and John Bon Jovi's son, Jake Bon Jovi, because that's his actual last name,
Bon Jovi.
When he did the band name, he just said Bon Jovi, but it's Bon Jovi is their last name. They are getting married, and every other day there's some story of who's going to be there or what she's going to do and how they're going to do it. And I'm like, I feel like they're getting jinxied because they are young. They're 20. Like 20 and 21.
How old is she now?
He's hot.
Millie Bobby Brown plays. She was
they're
11
rich.
on.
They're successful. Let them, I guess, go ahead.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to
She's 20.
Mistake. Yeah,
she's 20 years old.
The man who plays her dad on Stranger Things, Matthew Modine, is actually going to officiate the wedding. They don't have a date yet, but Matthew Modine said he's already written out everything he's going to say when he officiates this wedding. And John Bon Jovi has been asked ad nauseum about, your son's going to marry and all these things and la la la. And do
Is he
you
going
like
to sing
her?
at the wedding?
Is he going to sing? I don't know. There is a viral video. There is a viral video of John Bon Jovi being a guest at a wedding reception, and the wedding singers start singing "Living on a Prayer," and then everyone starts singing, and it's so much pressure because so he gets up and he sings with the wedding singers "Living on a
Well, that's
Prayer."
going to be awkward. Every time he goes to a wedding, that happens, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
How many times actually get up?
Any famous singer.
And actually, John Bon Jovi was on the cover of People.com for the last couple of days, and then also Richie Sambora, because for many, many years, the band Bon Jovi, it was John Bon Jovi, Richie Sambora, and Tico Torres, and I can't remember the other
There's a
guy's
documentary
name.
out,
David
right?
Bryan. Yeah.
David Bryan, and they had a parting of ways years ago, and it was one of those, it's nobody talks about it.
I read
one day
the
Richie
article.
Sambora was there, and one day he wasn't. And then Richie Sambora did an article.
Well, the band kept going. I saw him without him, and I didn't even notice.
Yes, because he said that John Bon Jovi said there comes a point where you have to just go on. He couldn't make whatever was going on in his life. He couldn't focus on whatever the singing was, the gigs. They're always waiting for him and doing all this stuff. They just had to keep going, so they just kept going. And Richie Sambora did not continue on with them, and everyone thought, what happened with John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora? And in the end, Richie Sambora even said, now he's coming out and saying after all these years that, his dad had died of cancer, he was getting divorced with Heather Locklear, and he was battling alcohol addiction and all these things, and he does not, they don't speak, but it's not like there's terrible hard feelings that maybe there were at some point, but then you come to Jesus and you realize, well,
So there's no
it's a business.
ill will.
They had to keep going on. So that's what's going on there. I hope they don't get jinxied, that little 11 with Jake Bon Jovi.
I'm sure it'll work out.
Okay.
Because it does when you're 20.
Yeah, when you're 20.
it does work out.
In Hollywood.
Hey, when we come up, we got to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRPE.
We have no time for news.
Downtown in
Here's the news. Go
Yeah.
Cougs!
That's all you need to know.
Tonight, let's go Cougs! That's all you need to know. 8:20 is tip-off time. Okay, so restaurants are adding something for your reservation that I don't know if people know. Some restaurants already started doing this because now that it's a national story, people are going to lose their minds.
I think this is a good thing.
They're going to lose their minds if you are trying to eat out at a restaurant. I have already seen this on Open Table, and it makes me crazy, but I don't think we've talked about it enough.
Nope.
And now it's a national story. Oh. And Houston is a huge city to eat in. You try and get a reservation tonight or tomorrow, look at Open Table. They're
Good
already
luck.
full.
Unless you want to go at 5:30.
We're going to talk about it next on the Ruler Right
10.
Nope.